So actually, that was the original idea for my talk, but I changed it. So I take photos of signs, DIY signs, signs in our toilets, signs inside toilets, signs of bums if I can find them. I've even got a nappy changing sign in Braille. That's some Irish Rail. And I thought it'd be a good idea for a talk to talk about my signs. But I needed more material. I didn't have enough good material on my iPhone, to be honest. So I asked the guys on IQ, got a massive response, realized I'm not a special snowflake. A lot of people have sign collections. But I also realized that, signs are things that they impact on our lives. They make us think, they make us laugh, they make us cringe at times, but there's not enough cultural appreciation of signs. We have semiotics, you don't want to go there. We've got design guidelines, but we don't really talk about signs as cultural artifacts. So I want to make 2013 the year of sign appreciation. This is a working title. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons to love the humble sign. Firstly, signs tell us more about a place than any travel book will. They tell us how a government speaks to its people, how shops speak to customers, the cultural quirks that outsiders often miss. So recently I was in Malaysia, which is famous for its no-nonsense signs. And when you read the paper in Malaysia or watch the news, the tone is exactly the same. It's in sync with their signage. Japanese subway signs have this innocent little teddy bear he's just about to lose his innocence. And honestly, this could be Hello Kitty's slightly less attractive friend. So, like Hello Kitty, it's a cultural signifier. Now, in Ireland, we use signs to take the piss at a time of national crisis. So, 2 years ago, I think we had the biggest march, 100,000 people, worldwide coverage, and we got this. What does this say about Ireland to the outsider? It says no matter how bad things get, somebody somewhere will get a laugh out of it. And I think that's a pretty accurate summation of Ireland. Also, signs have a pretty tough job. They got to persuade people to do things. There's been numerous studies in the States on the effectiveness of signs to encourage stair use. And the figure they reached, the average figure is 8%, all right? So it's hard to actually get people to do things. How do you do it? You can ask really politely. But really you got to give reasons. You got to give someone a reason to believe. Maybe this guy didn't think reasons were necessary. You can give a threat. The threat of negative consequences, again, it needs to be something that people believe in. In this case, the guy, I guess, does have more paint, and he used paint here, so that's somewhat credible. You can invoke social norms, which also means making people feel guilty. To do that, if you're going to do that, be specific about it. The more specific you are, the more likely you're going to get compliance from people. So it's hard. You've got to think about psychology. My top reason for loving the sign is it's a safe harbor for the pun. Now, up to the 80s, puns were big in advertising. They're not cool at all anymore. In digital, puns are pretty much dead. No one searches Google using puns. But puns are all around us. This is next door to where we work in Clarendon Street. This one doesn't really work because they don't make stores. A good pun has to work both ways. So it's nice, but they don't make stores, so it doesn't really work. This one, for non-natives here, well-oiled means drunk. So you can see the issue with this particular sign. Now this, to me, is one of the finest examples of puns you'll see in Ireland. It works both ways. And when they work both ways, even really terrible puns can work. As I said, even really terrible puns can work. But you won't find them in advertising. You won't find them in digital experiences. You'll find them in the humble sign. That's it. I'd like to thank you. I hope you found a newfound appreciation for signs. And think about bringing signs and puns, or I should say puns, into your digital world. And thanks to the guys there for their sign contributions.